I got another video review for you this afternoon. So this one is from a company called Hansen Global, and I'm sure you guys recognize these because these things have been on a tool truck for, I know, at least 20 years. Number one, it's an American-made, family-owned product. You know, I just think it's a great way to organize your sockets, easy on and easy off. It does come in a couple different variations. They've got the 3-row, so you've got room for your deep well, your mid sockets, and then your shallow sockets. And so, you know, I don't have, you know, the mid height, you know, so what I normally do is just put my deep well on there, and I put my 12 point in the middle, and then I put my 6 point in the front, and those are both shallow. Like I said, I don't have any of the mid depth sockets, but you know, you can see the red represents that these are standard. And then you've got the gray over on this side, you know, that represents metric. So if you're interested in winning a free set of these, you need to go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, like this video, and then down below in the comments, go ahead and comment whatever you want to say about these. I'll pick somebody here in a few weeks, and you guys win a whole set. I mean, literally, what you see here on the table is what you'll get. But anyways, just wanted to show these off. A lot of people still use these Hansen socket organizers just because they're easy to use, and you know, everybody knows that if it's easy to use, then time is money, you know, if you're a mechanic. And then for me, you know, the reason I like them so much is just simply because you can actually see what socket is there. You know, they're clearly labeled right there. You can see that it's 18, 17, 16, and so on. And that just helps me see it and grab it faster. You know, I'm getting to be an old fart and my eyes ain't as good as they once was, but you know, I just think being able to see that socket, grab it, and go, you know, like I said, time is money. So I just think it's probably going to be one of the fastest way to you know, find that socket and just pull it out of there. Now also, you know, you got to remember too, you got to clean your mess up once you're done. And so with them clearly labeled like they are, it's easy to put your tools up too. You can clearly see that there's an indicator there sticking up. There's nothing on it, so you know there's one missing, and then since it's labeled, it's probably one of the fastest methods out there. Now, if you're wondering, you know, which way do you put the socket on the organizer, and you can see that you put this side down, and the reason being is because if you flip it the other way, you can see it causes the socket to wobble around in the drawer, where, you know, if you put it the right way, you know, it's not going to move around very much at all. You know, there's pros and cons to it. You know, I wish there was a way that they could make it to where you could put them like that so you could see if it was a 6 point or a 12 point. But, you know, I keep mine in order. Like I said, I don't use 12 point stuff very much, so I keep my 6 point stuff here in front. And then if I've got a 3-row, then I put my 12 point in the middle. And then, you know, my 6 point deep well on the back. So, you know, I think once you get to know your tools, you'll know where everything's at. But so I know most of you guys are going to be putting these probably on a service cart or maybe in the top drawer of a toolbox. If you're wondering how much room you'll need to clear the top of this, the answer is you're going to need about 3 3/4 of an inch. So if you got a 4-inch drawer, then you'll definitely clear it. And these are all just Craftsman sockets. And I'm sure I'll get a little bit of hate from that, from tool truck guys, but you know, that's what I like, that's what I collect, that's what I've always used. I've got some Snap-on and Cornwell and Matco stuff as well, but you know, I've probably got 1,500 Craftsman sockets, and that's what I collect. And so they're easy to come by, and so that's why I use them. So it's kind of hard to beat the warranty on them and all that. And if you break one, you know, I don't have to go to a tool truck and spend a ton of money for a socket or have to wait for a replacement. I can usually run down to any pawn shop and find a USA made Craftsman one. Now I know the new stuff's not made in the USA, but that's why I said I go to a pawn shop or a flea market, things like that. And so that's why I keep going back to the Craftsman stuff. And if I do have to trade it in for a new one, I can always sell that and pay for the older USA stuff that I keep buying. All right, so Global Hansen also wanted to give you guys a discount on this for Christmas. And so they give me a coupon code, and it's DEC20. So you'll get 20% off when you go to the Global Hansen website. I'll put a link in the description. But I also wanted to tell you more about these socket organizers. You know, I know a lot of people see these and think, those must be pretty flimsy. But the plastic is actually strong on these. I mean, they do break. If you was to drop them and it be loaded down with sockets, I'm sure you're going to probably snap some of these off. But they are pretty strong. And you know, if you're sitting there thinking, well, you know, you can buy some of these on Amazon cheaper. Yes, you can. You can buy some of them Chinese brand ones, but I'll just go ahead and tell you the quality of the plastic is not as good as these here. Like I said, these are made in the USA, and the quality of plastic is just a lot better than those cheapies. And one thing I do want to point it out in case you're OCD like I am. I've got a socket here that's a 1/2 inch drive, but it's a 30 millimeter. Now you can see right here, it only goes up to a 27 millimeter. So you're gonna have to stick this just out beside the organizer. You know, another thing I wanted to point out is I noticed when I put these two organizers side by side, if you line them up here at the end, which you can see that's straight on this end, this one is a little bit shorter than the 3-row in the back, and they're both 1/2 inch drive. And the reason being is the back one here has the 26 where they skipped it here on the 2-row. So I'm not sure why they did that. I'll have to ask them, but I just noticed it a few minutes ago. So you'll see right there that it's a little bit shorter. So that's one thing that I noticed. And so, like I said, you'll have to stick one of those odd sockets. Like I said, if you got a 30 millimeter, just have to stick it out beside the tray. And then like right in here, I've got a 3/8 drive, 21 millimeter. And you can see that these only go up to a 20 millimeter. So again, you're gonna have to, you know, put this over to the side. And then the same thing goes with right here. I've got this 1/2 inch drive, and you can see that it goes up to 1 1/4 inch, and I have 1.5 inch socket. So again, this one's gonna have to be stuck on the side somewhere in your box. Now, you know, Craftsman does have an extensive line of different size sockets, and so, you know, it's going to range in size. When you get over here to like the 1/4 inch drive stuff, you can see that it goes way on down there, all the way down to 4 millimeter. And so I've got the 4 millimeter in the deep well, and but when it comes to the 4.5, I'm missing all of them. I've seen them through the years, but I guess I've lost them. And then right here, I've got the 5.5 in the shallow, but I'm missing it in the deep. And then another thing that I noticed was, you know, like I told you guys, I'll put the 6 point here in the front. You can see there's 6 points there. But then I would put the 12 point in the middle. But on the 1/4 inch drive Craftsman stuff, I have not been able to locate any 12 point stuff. So I just put an extra set of 6 point there in the middle, just because I don't think that they make any 12 point 1/4 inch stuff. I know there's a lot of guys out there that say that they make it and they have it, but I wouldn't believe it unless I seen pictures, just because I've been through so many sockets over the last few months. I've not been able to locate any 1/4 inch drive 12 point Craftsman sockets made in the USA. I know they make the new stuff, but the actual made in the USA stuff, I haven't been able to locate. So if you're wondering why I have some empty spaces, that is why. You know, right in here as well, the 15 millimeter, you know, to try to find a Craftsman that's a 1/4 inch drive 15 millimeter is pretty difficult. I have not been able to find them. So these Hansen organizers, they're mostly used for like your chrome vanadium sockets, but I wanted to test them. Caprice sent me out these 3/8 drive impact sockets, and I just wanted to see if they would fit on here. And you know, they do fit. Now I will say that it's pretty tight. They started getting tight down here around the 9 and 10, and so, you know, they kind of rub, and they're not, you can barely move them in there. I had to push them kind of to the side. You can see right in there that, you know, the peg is kind of offset. It's not centered up, you know. But can you put them in here? Yes. Do they fit in there perfect? No. But like I said, I just wanted to show them to you guys in case any of you guys are running the Caprice out there. You know, you can see that I can get them in there. They don't pull in and out as good as they would if they were the chrome ones. But I mean, like I said, I can get them all in there. But anyways, that's a pretty heavy set of impacts, and you know how much thicker impacts are than the chrome sockets. And just show you how durable that tray is. I mean, you can see that's pretty heavy. and you know there is some bend in it, but I mean I don't know if you'd be able to do that with some of those Chinese socket organizers. I mean, because that's quite a bit of weight, you know, just for me to hold it at the end like that. All right, and lastly, I just wanted to show right here, if you're wondering why I've got a third socket bunched up between these right here, and that's because between the 13/16 and the 3/4, I have this imperial size. It's a 25/32, and it's Craftsman as well. And so a lot of organizers don't put the imperial sizes on there. So I just wanted to make mention, you know, I believe if like you're in aviation, I believe those guys use some of the imperial sizes. And so you guys might be looking for something that has a spot for it, but these do not. So I just wanted to make mention of that and try to tell everything about these that I possibly can, so you guys can be informed. So I wanted to run you through just how many sockets you can fit on each tray. Now, the 1/4" drive, in the standard 2-row, you can fit 26 sockets. And the 1/4" drive metric 2-row, you can fit 28 sockets. Now on the 1/4" drive 3-row, the standard, you can hold 39 sockets, and the metric is 42. On the 3/8 drive 2-row, you can fit 26 standard and 30 on the metric. And then on the 3-row, you can fit 39 on the standard, and the metric will hold 45. Now on the 1/2" drive, you can fit 28 on the 2-row and 34 on the metric. Then on the 3-row, the standard will hold 42 on right here, and then the metric will hold 54, and that is on the 3-row. All right, guys, so I appreciate you watching the review video, and if you're interested in these, like I said, you can go to the link below to take you to the Hansen Global website, where you can punch in DEC20 for 20% off. Now, this coupon code's not going to run till probably to the end of December. I might be able to talk to them and extend it a little bit further. So if it's after December the 31st and you go to the website, you can check it out and just punch it in. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So we're not going to get into the details on that, but it's not going to last long, guys, so make sure you take advantage of that. They're just trying to drum some business up towards their website, because I'm sure it costs them a lot of money to go through Amazon. But anyways, if you decide to go that route and buy it from Amazon, I appreciate it if you use my affiliate link down below. And you know, I try to bring you guys different things, different products every week, and that way it can educate you on what's out there on the market. I know these have been out for a long time, and there's a reason, because these things work good. That's why they keep putting them on the tool trucks. And you know, it doesn't matter if it's Snap-on or Crafts or Snap-on or Cornwell or Matco. You know, whichever tool truck you get on, they usually have these things hanging up. And because everybody knows they're just a quick way to display your tools and put them on and off. And you know, with them being plastic, you can wash these things, and they'll last you a long time. Now, again, you might break some of these little tabs off, but it's not the end of the world. If you have to replace some of these, the good thing is you know, if you was to drop one, you're not going to break the bank. I mean, these things are very, very reasonable for a socket tray. So, especially if you're using the 20% off right now. But anyways, thanks for watching. Again, one lucky viewer will be winning a nice set of socket organizers. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video, and then comment what you think about the Hansen socket organizers down below. Like I said, here in a few weeks, once the holidays have passed and all this, then I'll pick one lucky winner to win the 3-row and the 2-row in the 1/4, the 3/8, and the 1/2. So, and that'll be a nice set of tool organizers for somebody. So thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, see ya.